All right, so let's take a look at a series circuit. This is the way we generally draw it using kind of an official schematic where we have two bulbs where there's just one loop that contains both of them. If I were an electron, I could kind of follow the path of that electron and it would pass through each of the bulbs. And so that is how it has to be wired. That's how my bulbs are wired over here. This brown cord is coming from the outlet. The two little prongs of your outlet, one is going to the right, one is going to the left. We can see here that this green wire comes from the outlet to the green bulb. So the electrons will flow through the bulb. And then there is another wire that passes, goes across here and connects to the the pink bulb. And then after that, it comes back to the power supply. So that is one complete loop. Let's go ahead and light this up. I'm going to plug this in. Okay, and you can see the bulbs. Now, these bulbs are really pretty dim compared to what you might have at home. That's because your house is not wired in series, it is wired in parallel. And so we'll see that difference in just a few minutes. I'd like you now to think about what will happen if I unscrew one of these bulbs. So I'm going to unscrew the green bulb, predict what you think will happen to the circuit. Okay, if I instead do the pink bulb, so no matter what, the circuit is cut off. The electrons cannot flow because there's a break in the loop. There's not a complete loop. All right, and now we'll look at a parallel circuit. Again, this is our traditional way of drawing a parallel circuit with very straight lines just to show the connections, not the actual placement or the way the wires lay on the table. But what we want to notice here is that if I follow the path of an electron, that if I flow up here, a choice has to be made. And either the electron moves through this bulb and comes back to the power supply or the outlet, or it goes through this bulb. So there are two separate paths for the current to flow through. Again, this is sort of what I have created over here. So here's our outlet, and you see a wire that goes to the green bulb. So the current can flow through the bulb, and then it would come out through this wire and go back to the outlet. Or it could continue on and go through the pink bulb and then come back here. So some of the electrons will move through the green bulb, and some will go through the pink bulb. Unlike a series circuit where all of the electrons go through everything. Let's take a look at what this looks like now. Okay, you should notice that the bulbs are much brighter. This is more along the lines of what you'd see if you plugged in a bulb into a lamp at home. And that is because your house is wired in parallel. And so this is basically what would happen if you had two lamps on in the same room. So let's do a little prediction here. What do you think will happen when I unscrew the green bulb from this circuit? Okay, you should see that nothing is happening to the pink bulb. It remains exactly the same as it was just a second ago. And if I instead unscrew the pink bulb, there's no change to the green bulb. And so a parallel circuit has different branches where they are working independent of each other, which is exactly how you want your house to be wired so that you don't turn off a light in one part of the room and all the lights go off.